What's up, everyone?
What's up, people? Welcome to the Strategy Vault. I'm Felix.
I'm Gio.
It's Thursday, and we're diving into sales tactics. Time to close more deals.
So come on down and let's crack open
open
the
the
vault.
vault.
All right.
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
before we get into today's sales strategies, we have a shout out for our first sponsor, Felix. Put that on the board right now, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trying to.
Yes, sir, Miller. You want my help?
No, I got it.
Ever feel like your business is stuck on a treadmill, like you're running in one place?
Yeah,
At
especially
Strategy
these
Conseil,
times.
they take you off the treadmill and they put you on a rocket ship. So go call my boy Elon. He's going to get you on the rocket ship. Forget about hiring an army of consultants. Their team streamlines your sales process and automates your workflows so you can scale smarter, not harder. Ready for liftoff? Head to strategyconseil.ca and watch your business take off.
And
All
lift
right.
off.
I bring it right back to you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Today we're talking about the bread and butter of any business, as we're doing on every Thursday, bro. Cold calling and closing deals. It's been our bread and butter for the past 12, 14
Part of
years. Jordan.
yeah, 15 years, I would say. Since we're 18, 19 years old, and we started working in those call centers, and we started cold calling, started the
I feel like I did nothing else but sales. I don't know for you, but I just feel like I have no experience except for sales. It's been for so long, bro. I've been doing that for so long. What was your first memory of doing a cold call, bro? Do you remember?
Bro, I remember my first one when I started at. I don't know if I should probably not mention the company name, but I remember you, bro. Weren't you? No, you weren't there. You started after me. But I remember, dude, my first call. I was fucking nervous, bro.
How old were you? How old were you? Your first
I was
call?
like 19 years old. And I came in the office. Everybody was watching me. I came in dressed nice. People are there. How do I get this thing off the board a second here?
Oh, sorry, man.
It was bothering me a bit. No, it's all good. No, so yeah, so I remember walking in my first day, walking into the office dressed nice not in a suit, but I had a nice shirt, nice pair of pants. I came in and fucking managers watching me. Who was it at the time? Anyways, I remember them staring at me, like doing my first call. I was a bit nervous, but I'm like, I got this shit.
Laid, Monsieur Laid.
No, he came after.
I came after. Oh, I don't remember.
Came after. It wasn't him. But anyway, so I did it, and I was nervous before the call, and then when I did my first call, I was confident during the call. And if I recall correctly, I didn't get a no, I didn't get a yes. I got a I'm busy, call me back. But my first day, I made a couple of appointments, and that's when
your first week, your first day.
My first day, I got like 2 appointments on my first day.
Really?
So like that's when I knew I'm like, man, I'm good at this naturally, So
this guy.
That's why I liked it.
Wow. Okay. So I want to know in the
And that
comments.
pretty much set the stage to like.
Did you guys get your first sales on the first call, or on your first day of cold calling? I want to know, please, guys. If you guys are listening,
I know Cinquanta5 in the comments definitely kills it. He's the master cold call. One day we're gonna have him on. He's gonna give us a lesson. He's the master, and we have even Lucky Larry in the house.
Bro, I remember my first calls. You were right next to me,
Yes.
and I was terrified. And I remember my first. I don't know if I had my first sales in the first day, but I remember my first week I had sales, and I was completely shocked. I couldn't even believe it, like that I had sales. But you guys were coaching me every day. And I remember one thing was that having you next to me, making sales, was like provoking me. I was like, no, I can't just sit there and be that guy sitting out taking calls.
Yeah.
And these guys are having sales, and I won't have.
You know what? One big thing that I've learned is just my French. When I first started in sales, I spoke very little French.
C'était tout en français, hein? On travaillait tout en français.
My French was horrible, and just by doing sales calls all day, instead of going to school to learn the language, I literally learned. What's up, Dave Cardi? How are you, buddy? Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. but yeah, so like I spoke very little French, and like just the fact that I was able to like make money while learning a new language is pretty cool, you know. So there's that. And
You were killing it in French, actually.
It was, bro. Like honestly, it was tough. Like it's because I was going out of my comfort zone. And I was like learning new languages. It was tough for me at first, and I feel like the fact that it was tough and it was hard made it that I wasn't nervous because I was like selling in French and I wasn't stressed because I was like, oh, it's not my first language. I don't have an expectation to perform well, so like, and then I ended up fucking doing well because I had no like pressure or anything, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll screw up my words, but it's okay because like, you know.
But didn't you find people like had like they let you pass like because you were talking like hard French?
Yeah,
they
because
give you a pass for it.
Yeah, they give me a pass. They're like, okay, he's trying his best, you know, like.
Il y en a qui trouvent ça cute. Il y a des madames, like some women they find it cute, you know. They're like,
some people find it cute, and some people got annoyed because like, oh, his French sucks, like, and they would not give me the time of day, you know. But I think it's like all about confidence, right? Like I wasn't nervous, I was just confident, so like that's why I was having success. So
that's actually funny. Some people find it cute. Some people find it annoying.
They find it annoying because they're like.
But you were still filling up the board, though. That's the crazy part. So I even forgot that French was your second language at that time.
Yeah.
How crazy! You were filling up the board. I was just focused on the board. I was like, wow, man, this guy is killing it. You and like these other two guys. We're not gonna name them because everybody knows them. And I remember I just jumped in. We were four guys really producing. And I was new. I was the new guy. And we were four guys really producing. But I just remember like the synergy of having people next to you pumping appointments. Like, hey, I have one. And you're like, shit, this guy has one. I need to produce.
There was like some kind of like, there was like an internal competition for sure.
You can't have that with remote work.
Felix got one. I gotta get one too. No, that's it.
You have to admit. Sure. You have to admit. You can't have that with remote.
No, you could. Now you have like, bro, we come on Discord, for example. We work on Discord together. Imagine the whole sales team is in Discord. Yeah, I just got a sale. I just got an appointment.
And then but it's not the same, like, shit. I have to say it's not the same. Yeah. You know how we could do it though? By going in the chat, like appointment, confirm. Like if we could have like the lead gens, like confirm stuff like in the Discord, that could be nice. But I remember just like you had to stand up. I remember we used to stand up. Like we're like, hey, get you confirmed. And then your supervisor, we're like that. Hey,
that fucking, I hate that we had to get them. We had to get them. I hated that shit, bro. Because and you had some that said yes, but they're like, oh, we're in a rush. No, just wait 1 second. My manager needs to confirm the appointment. And then some of them would hang up, and you'd be like, oh, fucking shit,
that was crazy. But that was
anyways, fun, moving on to the next question. So do you think cold calling today still matters? Is it still effective in our digital age?
Wow, that's a good question. I feel like it's more of because you need, like, of course it's definitely not the same price. People are more expensive now than ever. Like if you're hiring like a full team like we used to be, it's definitely not cheaper to have these full size call centers. They're obviously very expensive to run. So I guess that you have to run different. You can't just be like the boiler rooms like they used to be. I feel like that's gone forever. The old school type of cold calling, like we used to experience, you and me, George, like the real boiler room type of thing, where hundreds of people were in the room and we were just cold calling all day. Like I don't know how many calls were we pumping that time.
What I meant from the question was like, is it still effective today? Like, does it still work? Do you think cold calling now still works?
It's good for establishing connections.
Yeah, for sure.
But is it reaping the same results as
it depends. I would say it depends which industry. We're not talking about payment processing. We're talking about any kind of industry. If you're selling something, is cold calling still effective today in 2025?
Wow, that's a good question, bro.
I would say 100%.
It still matters. It's definitely 100%. Like it still matters.
It's not going to be like the Wolf of Wall Street days where
exactly. Is it still as effective as it used to be? That's the big question. That's what I think. Like at some point, your campaign is going to cost you, and you need a very effective product. Like you really need something, a
Yeah, you need to
game
be more
changer.
creative. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
Your pitch, your scripts, they really need to like punch, bro, because you're gonna you're gonna be you're gonna find some frustration and just like calling, and not having like results. Numbers used to like produce if you were just pumping numbers, hundreds of calls. It used to be good. It used to like gather enough juice for you to like produce for your business. But now I feel like you need to have a little bit of everything. You need to put your eggs in like multiple baskets. It can just be like
Yeah,
that.
for sure. Do email marketing.
Mm.
You do telemarketing. You do all kinds of different forms.
Yeah, you send emails and then you
But
convert
you
with calls. So
for
you
sure.
call these leads afterwards. Hey, I sent you an email or whatever. Like that's one way.
They're gonna you know what, they're probably gonna talk to you because like, hey, this guy sent me an email. I saw his logo somewhere, so you have some kind of credibility like that. After when you
Yeah.
call them, they're gonna give you So I think it still works. Cold calling still works nowadays. You just have to be more creative.
Yeah.
I think.
Out of courtesy, you could do
Like
cold calls out of
when
courtesy instead of like out of like
yeah, for sure. And like
understand.
when you're thinking about like the old school like Wolf of Wall Street days where stockbrokers were on the phone, and those were the golden age of
I
cold
watched a
calling.
movie. I watched a movie last weekend with my wife.
Like
It's funny we talked about.
that was new back then, and that was the golden age for calling people. Everybody was buying, like it was easy to sell. Now there's like do not call list. This like some people are fed up of getting unsolicited calls, but bro, it still works. It's still very effective.
I gotta say that like if you don't, and we've talked about that on Marketing Monday, bro. Like if you don't, I don't know the word, the English word. I'm gonna tell you the French word. Si tu agences pas ton email campaign and your make Facebook campaign, if you don't synchronize it with all your other campaigns, it's not gonna be as effective. That's what I realized. By trying all kinds of things, when I was trying something on the social medias and something else on the phone, if something is mismatched, you don't even know what's mismatched. Is it the social media? Is it the phone? Is it our phone script that's not working? You need something that's all synchronized in terms of like service and products to sell.
100%. What I find interesting is that all these offices are still hiring telemarketing agents. So that's enough to tell me that yes, it still works. Because if it didn't work, why are all these? If you just go on Indeed, do a quick search, telephone sales agent, they're everywhere. They're hiring from every company.
But 2025, they say is the year of the AI agent, so that might change.
Maybe not. We'll see as time goes on. But for sure, AI is changing a lot of shit right now. Like it's changing a lot in our world. We have yet to see what happens. I don't know if they'll be able to be robot sales agents, but
do you think that's something that I was thinking about all these AI agents that are being sold right now? Like all these guys are all excited. Yeah, do you want your own AI agent? Like I could do that myself, bro. Are you serious? Like everybody's own AI right now.
Yeah.
But like like they're all excited of that because I just feel like there's a lot more people scared of picking up the phone, so it's more popular in these days because there's less and less people down to pick up the phone. What do you think about that? Do you think like there's more people scary to pick up the phone now than there was before? So that's why you see all these ads for telemarketers. They have a hard time finding some, I guess.
Well, for me, what it tells me is that it's working. Is that telemarketing is still working. When I see a lot of job opportunities available, a lot of companies are hiring. Like, why would they hire if it's not working, right? So, plus we know that
from what I mean. We hired, like you and me. We hired.
Yeah, of course.
We hired telemarketers. We hired guys, and it's not easy to like train these guys and to keep them motivated. That's the hardest part.
That's the hard part. Yeah, that's why there's a constant turnover over and over again because it's a tough job. It's a tough. It's definitely not easy. You know,
So
the
do you
handling
think
the rejection and
do
all
you think people are more scary to pick up the phone than they used to when we started, like almost?
Are they
14
scared
years
to
ago?
pick up the phone? What do you mean, like
Like scared to call and get
Oh,
rejection?
scared to call. Scared to call. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like rejection is hard, right? Especially when you're
Is it?
constantly like
Is
all
it that
day.
hard?
For some people, for sure, bro. It's getting told off. Like, stop calling me. Stop fucking calling. And then they hang up on your face. Like, it takes a toll on you, man. It takes a toll on you for sure. But then the opposite is also true, right? When you have like a bunch of sales, the opposite is true. You feel like a king. I feel like the king of the world. I just closed all these deals.
But that's how you get your tough, like your skin tougher, no? Like you need some W's. You can't just leave. Like
You need W's. You need
you're
W's.
gonna leave. You're gonna leave that. Even if you leave sales, you're gonna leave that office with 0 sales on the board. Like not even trying to understand the process of selling. That's crazy to me. You know, it's like all these people trying to have a business. Oh, I want to start my business. I want to have my business. Are you closing? Who's closing the deals? I see a business. I don't see a closer. Like I've seen that a few times. You know, like business owners, but no closers. They don't know how to close. They have a very nice product in development, financed by mom, dad, and the bank because they went to the bank all together. And ain't no closer in the business. Why? Where's the closer? Do you feel
Which
like
company are you referring to exactly? Like, are you talking about in general or
I'm talking about the startups of our generations, like the people.
the
our
startups? Well, the startups, I guess it
the
would
guys
be
trying to start their business. You know.
yeah, you would start at the owner would start picking up the phone and calling, I think. And then once they're in a position to hire people, then they would just hire people afterwards. But I think like when you're the CEO, when you're the founder, you're wearing many hats at the beginning. Right? You're dabbling in accounting, you're dabbling in sales, you're dabbling in building your systems and customer service, everything, you know? So HR.
But if there's no sales, there's no customer service, there's no customers. there's
nothing. No, there's nothing without sales. There's no value being created. For sure. I'm the next question is interesting. I think people could learn something from the next question.
100%.
Have you ever found a special icebreaker phrase that works wonders to start a conversation? What was your go-to
the
line?
Perfect pitch.
The perfect pitch.
God, yes, I had one in payment processing. I had one. What was it? I'm trying to remember. Man.
You want me to go and you think about it?
Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, madame. Comment ça va? Oui, j'aime savoir. Est-ce que vous utilisez les systèmes de... Bro, I can't remember. It's been a while, man. I had one.
Yeah, I know. For me, it was. I never really had a special recipe or special icebreaker pitch. For me, it was always because me understanding in the B2B world, like business to business, I understand that they're busy all the time, right? They're running their business. So for me, it was always quick, smooth, and effective. Yes, hi, my name is Giordano, calling from this company. May I speak to the person in charge of this thing? Straight up in the first 3 seconds, my name of my company, why I'm calling in the first 3 seconds of my pitch. And then I jump right into it, straight up.
That's nice. Yeah, that's good. For icebreaking, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not going to start like, how much does a polar bear weigh? Just enough to break the ice. My name is Giordano, calling from this company. Like nothing really fancy, just like straight up calling from this company. My name is this. I'm calling for this reason. Can I speak to this person? Boom. And the person
is the person available? No.
Is the person available? No, the person is not available. Never give them an opportunity to say no because they'll gladly take it.
Of course,
they'll gladly take it. Have you ever been on the receiving end of the? Have you ever been on the receiving end of a phone call and you have the salesperson asking you such question and in your head you're like, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to say no, and not seem like a jerk."
This is the best trick. You literally give away the best trick. I think like this is the best way to create scripts is to sit down
I think everybody has their own
end of your script. So be the listener of your own script. Like act as if you were being told that on the phone. And you were listening to you will listen to yourself and be like, this makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like I need to change that script. I need to make it more fast, you know?
Like I believe everybody has their own style. Like everybody has their own style of pitch and their own personality to bring out when they're doing sales calls. And it shouldn't be one generic robotic pitch. That never works. You know, when we used to work at those sales companies, they used to give us like a pitch and we used to sound like a robot.
And we had to say it.
And we had to say it. Yeah, like that's horrible.
That's the worst.
Not my opinion. That's a fact. It's horrible. You got to be yourself. Be yourself. Be straight to the point. Direct. Hi, my name is Giordano, calling from this company. I'm calling to speak with this person for this reason. Straight up. They're busy. They don't have time. And don't give them a chance to say no.
The only way you and me were able to make sales in these companies, I remember, was key. What you just said. It was when they were letting us be creative on the pitch. Yep. We will say the content of your corporate-made pitch. We will say what's in it, but I will construct something around it. Don't make me say something and then ask yourself why can't we sell? The sales are stagnant. Well, no wonder, bro. You have one pitch for the whole team. Obviously, it's not working.
It's okay to start if you're new and you have nothing. Sure, you should start. You should shadow the best people in the company, shadow the best, strongest performers in the company, watch them, and take a bit from everybody, and then formulate your own pitch that has your own personality.
Skeleton. I call it a skeleton. You start with a skeleton of a script. You give that to your people, and they need to construct something around it.
Yeah. So we'll see now if AI takes over, or if people still want to speak to people on the phone, or if I know customer service for sure should be AI. Like customer service should be AI generated, even on your website.
But customer service is not sales in any type of way. Customer service is really not sales. It's more about problem fixing than it is really
problem solving, retention. Yeah, but it still is sales though in a way, right? Because you could upsell an angry customer. So a customer is complaining because oh no, but this is why you're angry, sir, man.
But who will be closing though? You know, when we're upselling, like you say, we're upselling, but it's always something like, okay, sir, so I'm just going to transfer you to Giordano, who's going to finish the call, finish the sales call, close the call. You always need like some type of closer. So I understand when you say customer service could be sales, but it's funneling sales. It's actually upsell. But
they're still identifying. They're still identifying because they're talking. Whenever somebody's talking to a client, they should all have some kind of skill to either, upsell by asking questions, asking the right questions,
Pain points.
If a customer is upset, maybe because they have the wrong product. Maybe you'll be happier with this product, So it's about asking the right questions. It's about knowing the product. It's about, about a lot of things.
Creating connections. So, but how do your AI agent is able to create connections is the real question. These things are not human, so obviously they won't feel when it's time to create a connection with a client on the phone. That's the thing.
And we'll see as it evolves. Maybe it gains that capability to fucking understand human emotion. That's when it starts to get scary.
That's what we're gonna be watching this year, bro. We have a small message. I think we need to do for Les Entretiens Uninet. Let me pull that up.
Yeah, get the.
There you go.
Between building your business empire and chasing the next big idea, you don't have time to battle dust bunnies. That's where Les Entretiens Uninet steps in. They handle every nook and cranny from floors to windows so you could focus on growth, not grime. Think of it as a spotless stage for your success. Let them worry about cleaning while you keep reaching new heights. You should be focusing on your business, and you should let the experts focus on what they're good at. So give Entretien Uninet a call. Send them an email and get yourself a personalized quote.
Nice.
You will not regret it. All right. Okay. Next question.
Yes. What's a common mistake you see people make when transitioning from chit chat to closing the deal? So we were talking about customer service.
That's a good one. That's a good one. People can learn something from this as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could have somebody sold on your product, and you could fuck it up by talking too much. So don't oversell. Don't oversell.
Yeah.
Know when to ask for the business, chit chat, build a rapport, get into the meat and potatoes of it, and
But
ask
like,
for the business, and then shut the F up. And get them to sign and shut up, because you might ruin the deal.
what does it look like ruining the deal when you're talking too much? Have you?
Like, you could oversell. Once you oversell, they'll start to get like leery a bit. They could potentially. You always risk losing a deal. Once your product is sold, shut the hell up. Stop talking, because now you're risking by putting something into their head. By over talking, you might seem like you're coming off as like, I don't know, like overselling. You know, like they decided to take the deal. They sign. You tell them you made an excellent decision today. Sign here, sir, ma'am. Perfect. Thank you. Done. Have a nice day. Let me know if you have any issues or any whatever. And that's it. And you move on. So it's happened to me personally, where like I had a deal done and they were down to go, and then after this was with I think this was a Uninet. I think the lady said yes to have the quote. And then I don't know what I said. I think I might have said something, and
At the beginning, I think I remember.
You remember that? She said yes.
And you
for
felt
the
so
quote.
bad. You felt so bad.
Yeah,
because
I'm like,
it
bro,
was like
what did I just?
But I was like,
say?
hey, man, it's normal. Like you just.
She was asking me like, are you guys in Montreal? Like, do you guys operate in Quebec? I don't know. She asked me a question, and like
multi-location. She was asking about multi-location, and you didn't have really like the answer yet.
Yeah,
so you you mumbled something. But you know what's crazy?
So it's
that
okay
story is very interesting. You like in sales. There's always new like starts as you go along, and you're starting with new products. You're trying to sell some new products. That's the fun part. That's why it always changes. It's never the same thing. But even with the like all kinds of experience, even like with years of experience, you still
could make mistakes.
You're still going to experience mistakes and rejections and stuff like that. And it's the ones who have experience in sales will tell you it's normal. It's part of the game. It's part of the experience. It's part of it. Like it's part of the job.
And you got to learn from it, though. If you don't learn from it and you keep making the same mistakes, then there's a problem. But we're not perfect, right?
No, we try to like not strive for perfection, but you're definitely like trying to, if you're here trying to like listening to this conversation, you're definitely trying to like up your stats, and it's normal. You're trying to like make a living out of it. You're tired of just be stagnant with your sales and have like 5 a month, trying to have like 10, 15 like the other guys. Why not? If they can make a living and buy a Mercedes and do some stuff because they're selling enough, why not you?
Right.
And yeah, it's a good question to ask yourself. I feel like, we're all striving for not perfection, but we're striving for better, and that's a good thing.
We're striving for better. Exactly. Let's get on to the last
message or last question. What do you prefer?
Last message. I gotta go.
Okay, no problem. Let's go with this. I feel like everybody else is going also, because we're all going to go watch the game. Canadians are playing against who?
Minnesota.
Who's winning tonight, Jordan?
Well, I'm going to put my money on the Canadians tonight because they lost 3 in a row, and I hope they don't lose 4 in a row.
Okay. All right. So last
you never know.
Sponsor is our dinner for people around the Ontario East.
Yeah. So our good friends over there at the Quinta restaurant. Have you guys ever had one of those days where you just need a little Portuguese magic on your plate? A Quinta restaurant grills up authentic flavors that'll make you forget the hustle. Their dishes are fire-kissed perfection, served with a side of warm hospitality, and maybe, just maybe, a glass of fine Portuguese wine. You can find them at 1851 Rue Ontario East, or visit aquinta.ca. One bite and you're already planning your next visit. All right, guys, that's a wrap for Sales and Tactics Thursday at the Strategy Vault Live. If this helped you revamp your cold calling game, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube channel. We really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much.
And be here tomorrow for Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday.
Same time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you soon. Take care.